Jehovah is as near this day as in the time of the ancients. Put yourself in order, becoming one with him. And no book is so easily read as his created universe. Inspiration comes less by books than by what Jehovah wrote. His worlds read him and his works. Frame your speech and your thoughts for him. He will answer you in your own behavior and in the happiness of your soul. Great wisdom cannot be attained in a day, nor purity and strength to overcome temptation, till the growth is from the foundation. The fool will say, the sacred books are no more than man of his own knowledge could write. Yet he has not wisely imitated the power of the words of your God. Let him do this well, and behold, he will also declare my words are from me. Yes, he will recognize them wherever found. It is the will and wish of your God that all men become constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest life, and that they shall no longer depend upon any priest, church, oracle, holy book, or upon consulting the spirits, and that their behavior may make the earth a place of peace, with long life to all people, for the glory of Jehovah. To his Etherian gods and goddesses, Jehovah said, as you have founded arcs of light in my Etherian heavens, to determine the travel of my corporeal worlds, so shall my God of the earth inspire mortals to build lighthouses for man's ships that travel on the oceans, and those who travel in the ships. And those on the land shall know when a ship nears the port, even as you see my traveling earth approaching the place of Cosmin. For this shall be an illustration to mortals, that I have appointed cycles of times and dawns of times, with gods and goddesses to superintend my creations in tenderness and love, lest by chance man becomes despondent, saying, alas, Jehovah did not provide in wisdom commensurate with the magnificence of his creations. Behold, the time draws near when the nations of the earth shall course around the whole earth in ships, crossing the seas and oceans to all the places I created.
Yeah. What's the word? What's the word? Boy, Selah Shalom in the building. Y'all know what it is. You know what time it is. Time to get back in that ring. You know what I mean? I'll drop the link. Anybody want to hop on? I'm doing it for like 10, 15 minutes. Go quick like a thing, so you know. Yeah, we're gonna make sure this thing go right. What's the word? Yeah, we got the debate going down tonight. On Son of the TV, you know what it is. Hope y'all chiming in for that. It's gonna get real fiery, you know. I mean, real blood fiery. You know what I mean? Yeah, let me share my screen, show y'all what's going on. Well, I'll go on, people to chime in, yeah? Big up yourself, large up yourself. Yeah. Everybody turn up. Share my screen, show y'all the title of the debate. All right, so this is what we got with it. Boom, there it is right there. It's going down tonight. You know what I mean? Notify myself. So this is what it is. The title of the debate is Ethiopian Christianity a product of Greco-Roman influence? Your host, Selah Shalom, the gladiator versus Xion Warchild, the barbarian. So it's going down at 6 o'clock. I'm going to copy this link right here and drop it in the chat so y'all can have the link too. Y'all click on it and just have it laying in the side. So when 6 comes, you just be like, You know what I mean? Hit them with the link. Yeah, there you go right there. There go the link. I see y'all chiming in. Peace to the family. You know what I mean? Yeah, we getting things ready. It's the storm before the calm, you dig? Yeah. So like I say, this debate came about when I did that presentation on Sonnet about the Ethiopian Bible. All right, so that's where it all started with when I did my presentation about the Ethiopian Bible. And then this one cat, Xion Warchild, comes up and I think Sarnetta influences him to take the debate. So he decided to take the debate. You know what I mean? It wasn't my plan. All I did was just did the presentation, but in the back of my mind, I knew that this would spark something. And it sparked the debate. So it's going down. So his position is that the Ethiopian Bible, I guess, is not a product of Rome, and I guess does not have Greco-Roman influence. I guess that's his stance. You know what I mean? Because I don't know this dude. I ain't never seen any of his videos or nothing. I don't know too much about him, other than he was siding with the ops when we did the debate with the Lions. Then he was on their side. That's the most I know about him. So when we had the one-on-one, and I spoke to him, and he was opposing not too much what I was saying, but certain pointers. That's where it all sparked. First, he was saying that, you know, Rome doesn't have authority over Ethiopia. And then it went to, you know what I mean, Rome is not a product of Ethiopia. You know what I mean? So what I'm going to do tonight, I'm going to basically show and prove that Ethiopia is definitely a product of Roman influence. Because one thing that he's going to have to show is basically the influence of Ethiopia going into Rome. The influence of Ethiopia having these meetings about which doctrine should be solidified, and then that doctrine being authoritative across the known world. We see Rome doing that clearly. We see Rome having council meetings. We see Rome removing bishops. So Rome is the authoritative. Rome has the authority. So it's going to be hard to bounce around that. So I'm going to be quite interesting to see where you're going. Where you say Tristan? Where you say Tabitha? Yes, I big up yourself. I know Trini people busy at Christmas. You don't know parang and them things there. Why? Go be some steel pan for the hygiene, yeah? You know what I mean? What up, Kayla? I see you in the chat. Peace to the Queen of Mischief making in the building. You know what I mean? We just doing a little quick subtleness. The calm before the storm. You know how that go. Yeah, this gonna be light work though. You know what I mean? I got one of the homies right now. Y'all know Hilltop on the grounds in Ethiopia. And he confirmed to me, like, yo, Selah, you right, bro. He said ain't nothing but the white Jesus running around out here. And the Ethiopian people, I mean the Orthodox, they celebrate Christmas and all that. You know what I mean? So yeah. Y'all make sure to chime in. I dropped the link in the chat where the debate gonna be at. We need all creative gang to the forefront. We need all creative gang to the forefront tonight for this one. You know how them guys be moving like, yo, all right, we all moving as one unit. Yeah, the whole gang need to pull up on this one. Because at the end of the day, it's creator only. And what we realize that even the Ethiopian Bible is still subjected to the Christ, still subjected to deity worship, man worship. You know what I mean? Deifying a man as the most high creator. They're still subjected to that. So by exposing them to Rome and then exposing the fact that the God is still false. I didn't even go into the God. I just went into the historicity and the influence, exactly what the topic is on. But being that creative gang know a little more than the rest, we know that these influences are coming from these false gods. You know what I mean? Yes. We know that Zeus is Baal. We know that Zeus positioned himself over Rome and Greece. We know that. The gang know that. We know the history of the deities that influence mortals to do what they're doing. You know what I mean? The mortals are the chess pieces on the board. We the pawns. The gods is the one who make this call the shots, and then we react. So the reaction that we give is basically coming from their influence. So being that you're dealing with Christianity, we already know it's in the Luma, Ethiopian Bible in the Luma. We know that. The gang know that. They don't know that, but we know that. Yes. She said, what? What? He said, if the Ethiopian people are Christians, what was their worship method before? Why they left? Yeah, I go into that briefly. Even when I did the presentation on the Ethiopian Bible, I showed that pre-Christianity, they were dealing with indigenous gods, Shemitic gods, Maharim, Bahar, you know what I mean? Different things of that nature. Yeah, peace, shalom, Aki, what's the word? I see the gang chiming in. Daryl Cosman in the building, peace to the righteous God. Eric Ham, I see you. What's the word? I see the family chiming in. You know what I mean? Yeah. What's the word? I see the family chiming in. Yeah, everybody chiming in. Yeah, I need everybody to the front on this one. All the gang members to the front. You know what I mean? We're here to expose all falsehood and bring them back to the Creator. That's what it's about. You know what I mean? Who we got here in the building? Who do we have live and direct? We got our brother Bronze Yogi in the building. What's the word, King? I can't see you, but what's the word? Bronze Yogi is in the building. Where you at, son? There you go.
Peace to the God, man.
Peace to the God, man. What's the word, man? Create a gang in the building. I like that. I like that bandana you got there in the back, man. What's the word? You over there, create a gang out apparel.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you loud and clear. You good, King? So yogurt, your sis say.
All day.
How I sound? I sound good, man. Am I loud and clear enough?
I hear an echo.
You know what? I'm glad you said that because I needed to know how I'm sounding.
Well, it's a delay.
Say it's a delay.
It might be on my end.
Can hit on my phone real quick. That was the first thing I was meant to say. Like, what's the word? Because I was doing some things on this computer earlier. I was messing with the mixer. So let me make sure my vocals is right. My mic sounds check. My mic sounds nice. Check one. All right. I guess we lost Bronze Yoke for the moment. He'll be back. Let me hear myself and make sure I'm sounding straight, or if I need to make some adjustments.
You know what? I think it was on my side. I think I had two tabs open. I think that's what happened.
Oh yeah, you did. Yeah, I'm good. I'm sounding good. I just pulled it up on the phone. Yeah, I'm sounding bright and clear, baby. What's the word?
Nothing, man. Just chilling, man. I forgot the debate was tonight, man. That time went by fast.
Yeah, son, it's going down tonight, yo. It's going down. We got Prince Cosman in the building. What's the word, King?
Man, peace to the CG Jizzle, man. In the name of the ever-present Great Spirit, what's popping with the gang,
Hey,
man?
that's the way. You know what it is, man. You know it's time to put down a false god, man. You know what it is.
Oh man, we stay busting at these false gods, man.
That's all we know how to do.
Got into a conversation with some Negroes on TikTok this morning, man.
A word?
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. They it's only two modes of conversation. Either you trying to impart light or you trying to abuse your opponent.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? One is Satan's method, one is the Creator's method.
That's right.
So me, I'm always just trying to impart light to the fam.
Right.
But I already know, because of how conversations been going, the cognitive dissonance is bound to set in at some point.
Facts.
Especially when you start talking about Creator not being, his magnitude being incomprehensible, you know what I'm saying, and him not being in the form and figure of anything that you could see, including a man.
Facts.
When they start hearing you say shit like that, now they're questioning, like, wait, what you trying to say?
Yeah, what you saying?
Well, I'm saying, if your God has been seen in form and figure, you know what I'm saying? And not only that, if his character traits is vengeful and angry, and he a man of war, asking for blood sacrifices, come on, man, you got to check those character traits and judge for yourself. Is that light or dark?
Big facts. Exactly.
But they find themselves, man, in a woo.
Because see, they don't have the option of looking elsewhere. They haven't been exposed to something
Right.
outside of their doctrine. All they know is their God and other gods, but their God is supreme. But when you start identifying something that is not tangible to the touch, it's hard for them to digest that. When we start talking about the Creator is ever present, everywhere at the same time, it's hard for them to digest that because
even though they would agree with that, you know what I'm saying? But because they cling to the Bible so heavily, they don't have nothing else. Like you were saying, they don't got no other. And they start questioning me, like, well, where you getting that from?
Right.
And it's crazy because I'm like, yo, bro, like, if it's resonating with you, if it makes sense practically, why do it matter where it came from?
Right. That's
the Creator ain't bound to a book. If he turned the lights on in your mind from a conversation or from a bird flying by, and it inspires you to do good and make you understand his creation and himself better, bro, take that.
Right. They locked in. Yeah, it's gonna be hard. They'll see it eventually, but they got to go through the fall.
Yeah, I posted on my Facebook page. I said, man, it's gonna take decades or more before a lot of these Hebrew Israelites and Christians really come to grips with the fact that the biblical deity is false before the Creator.
Yeah. Yeah.
Decades.
Exactly. Look, it's been 2,000 years and they still fighting the divinity of Jesus Christ. This is what this is about.
Still.
So Ethiopian Bible and shit, or the Ethiopian Christianity, the stance that they hold is a Greco-Roman stance. They talking about the divinity of Jesus Christ being one with the Father, and you know what I mean, things of that nature. That ain't got nothing to do with the Creator.
Nothing. None of that.
Associate man with our Creator.
Yeah, we always know the difference, man.
You'll never hear the gang say, oh, this God came down and he was the creator, or a deity came down and he is the creator in the flesh. And, he can take shape and form and he could become man. And no, we're not doing that. You'll never see us get caught up in that. Yeah,
the Creator made it simple. You see, the deities make it complicated. They got everybody in darkness, confused. That's why we got Owaspi and we got all these other spiritual revelations coming to us today, because the Creator is making it plain, so everybody ain't in no darkness, bro. Look, he's the Creator, like, I'm not seen like you see a mortal man, period.
Exactly.
So if your God is in the form and figure of a man sitting on a throne at any point in time in history, I don't care if you go to Samaria, whatever whatever your God is, if you got a picture of him, nigga, it's not the Creator. Simple.
As simple as that. That's real.
And then they definitely don't know how the Bible was compiled, like you bringing out. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, they got a lot to do. Like, even with dude, I'm like, yo, you got a lot to learn, because like the Ethiopian Christianity is not original. It's not authentic. It's a copy of something else.
Exactly.
Nothing is coming from Ethiopia going out into into the opposite way, showing authority. You know,
Right. I don't know if Oaspi mentions any faithists in Ethiopia, but the Ethiopian gods that we've seen that you revealed in some of the historical documents you brought out, the deity was a god of war.
right?
Anyway, the the one that they left to go towards Christianity for was a god of war. Anyways,
Exactly, facts.
so I don't think it was hard for them niggas to hear about Yahweh or Jesus or whatever they was talking, in that war aspect to turn over to that.
Facts. Facts.
So
they
we
got a long way to go still.
man, folks got a long way to go, but these conversations gonna help, man. Because like I said, I just be hopping on TikTok, random conversations, bro, just busting off light because I be getting bored sometimes.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That's a good way to just start spreading the word. It's like shit, nigga. What better than to be on social media and just could drop it anywhere and drop some light or stir up some conversation, whether they like it or not.
It sharpens you too, because you're gonna get the opposition from the Druses, but knowing that you're there to raise them up any way possible is a good way to practice and to build, you know what I'm saying, your defense and your offense up in conversation.
Facts. Big facts.
They be mad at me, boy.
Yeah, stay on the next to them false gods. That's all we know how to do until they raise up. You know what I mean? We can have real discussions about our creator.
Yeah, and I always give them creator. I always tell them, creator's inspiration is life, love, liberty, happiness, and harmony to all in creation.
Yeah, you start talking
without
like
harm
that,
or sacrifice. Say what?
So when you start talking like that, they think you a sucker or something for talking in the righteousness. They so head gone with their false god and the war behavior. Especially
the Hebrews.
Oh yeah.
But I pressed them Christians so cold blooded this morning. I was like, I basically was telling them any god that asked for blood sacrifice is false, right? But before I went there, dude was trying to talk about how Jesus is the creator, right?
Mm-hmm.
Or whatever he was trying to say, one with the Father, all this stuff. But then I said he was trying to take me to some scripture, and I'm like, is this before or after your God killed his only son? Mm-hmm. Before or after he sacrificed him? Mm. And the dude was like, crazy. And the dude started sticking to the sacrifice word. He kept bringing that word up, which he kept shooting himself in the mouth, because I'm like, bro, your God sacrificed his own son.
Right, exactly.
And then there's all kind of animal sacrifices throughout the whole book. It's bloodshed everywhere.
Exactly, facts.
You see it through a whole new lens now, man. It just be like, yo, man, I was bugging back in the day.
Big bug. But we always knew the creator. That was the thing. We knew, you know what I'm saying? But we just got told a twisted concept of creator. You know. My bad. Can you hear me?
Yeah. You good?
Sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah, man. But yeah, I'll be like, man, a lot of these folks.
We'll tap in with them. Xion.
Yeah, I seen that. I seen that guy's page, man. He got some good stuff on it.
Who's that?
Somebody else put out information on the O.
Oh, word. That's what's up. Yeah, man. This O was just the very first crack, bro. Like,
yeah.
And it's all kind of other spiritual texts like the Allen Kardec stuff, and I miss so much faith information that we ain't even really got access to. Even with the seventh era faith, that's what they holding up. But
facts, yo, it's like, sure, we the gatekeepers of this information right now.
Man, look, the creator is undefeated, the light finna come. But like I said, this is just the first level. We in kindergarten. OSP is literally what I'm starting to realize. It is cold-blooded as it is. It's just like a prerequisite for what's coming next.
Exactly, because it's like.
But we gonna have this shit for a while though. This gonna be.
Yeah, exactly. Like when we digest this information, it's locked in the soul. So it's like, you know what I mean? It's locked in.
Yeah.
Don't go away, nigga. We still acknowledge creator. We still know what's going on.
I'm still trying to understand the timeline of creation for real. You know what I'm saying? And just that aspect of it, the higher sciences of Owaspy, that's gonna take me a while to grasp for real. But starting with the vortex, you know what I'm saying, and just simplifying stuff, it's what Owaspy says, it's comprehensible.
Yeah, because no other creation story or the product of creation, how things come about, is explained better than Owaspy. Owaspy is so practical. It's like when I first read the creation methods, I'm like, damn, look at this shit. Is basically, it's like you say, it's real basic. It's like, damn, it ain't even nothing to get amped up over, but we get amped up over because we've been locked into the false God doctrine for so long.
Man, when I first
made common sense, we're like, oh wow, it's just common sense.
Yeah, now, but at first, like you said, I had no idea. I was just running with the fact that he spoke in the beginning. He said, "Let there be light." And that's how it happened. You know what I mean? But just like believing in Santa Claus, until you get to a certain age, you're like, "Oh, that ain't what it is."
Exactly. Boy, FG Capone had a question. If Christ was a willing sacrifice, why did he cry out, Father, why have thou forsaken me?
Right. He wasn't.
Said,
yeah. Well, first of all, that whole story is false.
Big Kev in the building.
Big Kev throwing them questions out there. Yeah, that's why he up there screaming. Why you forsaken me? You know what I mean? It's crazy. He say that on one. The other one, he say he give up the ghost. He don't say too much of nothing on the one other gospel. Yeah, them 4 gospels is tricky though, man. It's like what they did with them gospels, the way they did Yeshua to Jesus is like, yo, it takes a lot of unfolding and unappealing to get down to the root of this thing. Del Cosmo, what's the word, King?
Hey, did y'all check out Daryl's
what's up,
presentation
y'all?
the other night?
Peace to the world, William.
Man, love and light to you, love and light to you. Yo, I heard vortex and science and I heard
it triggered you, didn't it?
Hey man, I heard some false gods are gonna fall, man. I heard the creator doesn't sit on the throne there.
Yeah, man.
How my bros doing, man? I just want to come up here and say what up and salute to my brothers, man. And hey, love and light to you, Selah. You're gonna rock the house tonight, brother. I'm looking forward to a wonderful debate, even though we know it's gonna be a slaughter.
Hey, after I finish the debate, I'm going to look at your presentation or your recap from last night.
Oh, that's love, man. Yeah. Take your time with that, man. That was a lot of fun.
Gotta check it out.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. Got some practice in, going through something and coming off the dome with it, man. I feel myself getting better at that. But
that's right.
But it's just a little something, man. Take your time, bro.
Okay, you already know. Yeah, slow cooking. Like you said something. You know what I mean? It's like the more you do it, the more you better yourself. The more practice you get. You know what I mean? The more engagement. You know what I mean? You better handle situations and questions and stuff like that.
Right.
This is a fight weekend, man. We had that Anderson Silva and Woodley last night. You know what I'm saying? We got Selah going in tonight.
Selah finna do Xion like Jake Paul got did. You just gonna pound on that boy like Joshua.
Yeah, we got Hilltop. We got Hilltop, our brother Hilltop. He is in Ethiopia as we speak. He called me last night and was like, yo, Selah. He said, I'm boots on the ground in Ethiopia right now. He said, everything you're saying is right. He said, ain't nothing but Roman influence out here. He said, I'm in a taxi and they got the white Jesus. He said, he asked him, he said, yo, why y'all got all this white Jesus? He said, the driver said, it don't matter. He said, in the churches, there's white pictures of Jesus or these white, saints. So it's like, come on, yo.
That's crazy. In Ethiopia? That's wild.
Yeah, big fan in the churches and all that.
And being it so long ago, that just shows you the mindset, the mindset that had got beaten down and it still plays out today. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
There's so much blackness. You there in Africa, man, and you still got the white Jesus up.
Yeah, you in a sovereign nation, a sovereign country that so-called said that was never compromised by the Europeans, but then all we see is European influence. So some things is not always physical when it comes to war. So that's what Zion understand. He think the warfare is no nation ever attacked Ethiopia. Ethiopia was defeated from the time of King Xion. When they came with Christianity, they was compromised then.
From the inside, from the theological standpoint, which governs everything else.
Yeah, because see, a physical war ends, but a mental war can last for decades.
Woo!
Ooh.
Mm-hmm. Look, we still fighting the battle of goddamn, is Jesus Christ, is he real or not? Is he the son of God or not? Did he exist or not? That's a mental warfare that been going on for 2,000. Constantine and them dead. Titus and them dead. All of them, Romans for the first century, Eusebian, all these, Irenaeus, all these niggas is dead, but the war, the spiritual war still carries on. So he's going to have a problem with that because the spiritual war that has compromised Ethiopia that came from Rome is spiritual. Roman had to put boots on the ground to defeat Ethiopia.
And then dealing with the actual spiritual realm aspect of it all, you got all these false gods in the lower heavens still portraying themselves as Jesus. You know what I'm saying? Spiritually,
right?
These offshoots from the original false gods. You know, they all, according to Owaski, they sprawl off or spread out and take on the names of those that were worshipful in the earth.
Right.
So you still got that heavy inspiration over there. I don't know how many hell knots might be floating around in Ethiopia because of that.
Facts. You know what I mean? Yeah, this is gonna be interesting, boy. Y'all gonna be shocked when I bring out. Y'all be like, damn, okay. You know.
I mean, I already know. He gonna look like Jake Paul, man, in the corner.
Gonna be laughing that third round, bro. I'm gonna have y'all niggas rolling.
Bro, I already know it's a slaughter, bro.
Oh god.
Big Selah coming through. Big boy Selah coming through. What big mind in him?
Big creator gang. You know what I mean? You better shut this thing down, yo.
Man, look.
Yeah, man. Hey, look, pound on his head, bro. Because last time he was raw. Remember that? He was real you know what I'm saying, gangster with you. The last time y'all was on Sonetta, man, he was hollering, like roaring at you. Yeah, I'm like, bro, you doing all of that? Well, you doing all of that when we can objectively see the influence of Rome still on Ethiopia?
Yeah, so it's like the raw only counts when it's backed by facts and evidence.
Right.
So your bulk is not that you know what I mean? It's not that big if you just spewing your opinion of what you think. When I bulk is going to be backed with fucking sources and accounts. So it's like.
Yeah, body bag that boy.
What he's going to have to contend with is the sources. You're not debating me. I'm presenting the sources and putting it in a narrative in a way, in such a way to convey the topic. So everything I'm doing is there's nothing that I'm saying that's like my opinion. The only time I give my opinion is based off the narrative, based off the source. So even my opinion is still valuable because it's sourced. It's based off the source. It's not based on what I'm saying.
Right. That's a very good point, man. Yeah, them sources is gonna be heavy stones in that boy head. Like,
yeah, he gonna have to contend with the sources because I got experts saying certain things.
Hitting like a brick upside the head with the sources.
At the while,
I got experts saying things that he ain't gonna be able to get around. Go ahead, yo.
At the while, his so-called sources running out, you already know what he gonna hit.
Oh man,
and the Wasby was written by a white man.
I'm gonna elegantly say that's not the topic of discussion. We're gonna stick to the topic of discussion. The topic of discussion is Ethiopia a product of Greco-Roman influence, and that's what we stick with. Anybody who goes outside of that topic, I'm dismissing. I don't care what they talk about.
The fact that it's called is Ethiopian Christianity,
right?
A product of Roman influence, bro. Christianity comes from where? See what I'm saying? The fact that they're Christians at all, to me, is a headshot.
Yeah, exactly.
Christianity comes from Rome.
Yeah, it's headquartered in Rome. And then Alexandria, Egypt, is the mother of the Orthodox Church of Ethiopia. Ethiopia is the daughter, and Alexandria is the mother. So if the mother is compromised by Roman authority, likewise would be the daughter. So
well, you can't get. So what you're saying basically is, you can't even get Christianity except from Mother Rome.
Or shots. If the cardinal, if Rome say, "I want you niggas to wear a yellow hat," he tell it to Alexandria. Them Alexandrian niggas gonna put on that yellow hat because that's what type of authority Rome got. And then if Rome decide to say, I want everybody to wear this yellow hat that represents, your community. So now that'll affect Ethiopia because now the Alexandrian Coptic priests are going to have to go down to Ethiopia and say, hey, it's been a change of command. We're wearing yellow hats now. And
Right.
Ethiopia going to have to fall in line with because she's the daughter. You can't go against the mother. So the daughter's going to have to fall in line with whatever the mother say. And the mother is subjected to Rome.
Yeah, but that's what I'm saying. The whole point, Christianity itself, being in Ethiopia, comes from Rome because that's where Christianity started with Constantine.
Correct. That's when it became an established religion.
So Zion is already in a pigeonhole because you're talking Christianity in Ethiopia, dumbhead.
Yeah.
How, nigga?
You have the Council of Nicaea. You have the Council of Ephesus. You have the Council of Chalcedon. These are three different councils that's debating the divinity of Jesus Christ that had an effect on the known world. Now you don't have to show council meetings in Ethiopia that has an effect on the known world and the opposite. You ain't got that.
And then when you strip Ethiopia of Christianity and go back to what the emperor was praising prior to it, you find it's a god of war. What was his name? I forgot.
Maharim. Maharim is equivalent
Maharim, who was Ares, or the Romans called Ares.
God of war, and that'll be equivalent to Yahweh, the God of war, a man of war.
Exactly. So y'all still, you know what I'm saying, all your gods is false. Ethiopia being, like I said, I don't know about the faith that's in Ethiopia. I'm sure Creator got pockets of faith that's everywhere. But
right, definitely that. You know what I mean? But the faith has been, a lot of them been compromised. I mean, like, these folks, God did such a number. It's like, damn. Now that we understand Creator, it's like, who do we see? Who can we acknowledge that represents a Creator without an image? When you go to India, all you see is deities. When you go to China, they got their deities, and of course, Christianity got their deities. The only one who's closest to trying not to identify with a deity, as far as when you speak to them, is Islam, because they'll tell you that Allah, no man has seen Allah, and they stick to that. You know what I mean? But the way they lose is that their doctrine confesses that Allah is the same as the Jewish God. So if that's the case, you done deified Allah.
But he can also still be cooked by his character though too.
Exactly.
Facts.
Yeah, very facts.
Because he claimed to be the Lord. You know, if there's only one God, then you Allah got to be Yahweh. You can't switch it around. Now you know what I mean. Allah got to be Yahweh if there's only one God, because Yahweh came first according to the Abrahamic faith.
These Christians in this TikTok chat earlier this morning asked me a crazy question about because I told them, I said, any God that asks you for blood sacrifice is false before the Creator. And they were saying, well, what if that God is false? Well, how would a true God handle sin? And I said, well, a true God, first of all, he ain't gonna tell you to slaughter nothing, first and foremost. Second of all, he gonna tell you to clean up what you messed up. It's called repentance, right? And amendment. You go to your brother, you amend with your brother, your offense to that man or woman, and then you stop doing it. You repent from it.
Exactly.
That's how you progress in spirit and grow. You know what I'm saying? So, but man, when I tell you the cognitive dissonance was so thick, man, when I said that, because it makes so much sense. They kept trying to interrupt me. You know what I'm saying? They started all this this rah-rah talking, man. I'm like, bro, how y'all don't understand? I gave you a clear-cut answer. They were trying to say, you won't answer the question. How you not answering? I'm like, I just gave you the answer, bro. A false God asks for blood. A true God tell you clean up your mess. Simple.
Wonderful. That was a wonderful example too. And then also, I mean, it was a wonderful explanation. And then also give them a real world example and say something like, when you do something wrong, how do your mama and your daddy expect you to change? They don't tell you to sacrifice it for an animal. They want you to train. They want you to make up for it and make an interchange. You know what I'm saying?
Then I doubled down on them and I told them that by shedding the blood, it don't erase your conscience. It don't clear your conscience. How can it? You didn't kill something, so you gonna feel worse for that. You know what I'm saying? So the only way to properly clear your conscience is to go to your brother, amend the offense, and then repent from it.
And the crazy thing, the Bruce know that. They know that. That's in their law to do shit like that. They just don't follow it.
Yeah, so because there's so much other contradictory shit in there that it's hard for you to get a grasp. Because depending on the type of person you are, right? Because we all was in Bible at one point. So, but we was able to get through that shit because the type of people we are, I think we are more leaning to the spiritual than the corporeal. So if you got a person that, if you got a person
raw and uncut,
huh?
I said we wanted the. I mean, cut your wisdom off, player.
No,
But we wanted the truth. We wanted the raw and uncut.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? And, you know, in the corporate, we want the, you know, the best things. You know, the best.
But we were, but
you know we want the
we
best.
were, but we were gravitated, like you said, to the higher light. You know what I'm saying? That's what moved us, even through the Bible. We was always elevating to the highest light, even in Bible. So, some people who are, they are more pulled to the warrior side of Yahuwah or Yahweh. See what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Naturally, they like the fact that he's a man of war and he tell you to do, like, they like that energy. See, I never was like, that wasn't my thing that made me want to know Yah.
Right. They just like the fact that
we get eternal life and all that, huh?
Right. No, it's like the fact that there's a God of war, is a masculine man, and we strong and boom, boom, boom.
Yeah.
But see, they don't understand the consequences of warfare. They don't understand those spiritual chaos and those knots. They don't understand that when a mortal dies, they spiritually born in chaos. They don't understand that. Nor do they consider it, you know what I mean? So, when we ask them, what is the condition of those slain in warfare? You got infants being slain. What are their spiritual conditions? They don't even have an answer for that.
Right.
They have no idea, bro.
They have no idea.
That's why, like, man, I have days still where I just be like, man. But then, I come to the terms of, man, everybody got levels with that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And that was the level we was on at that time. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
But that's how I started. That's how I started to see, like, oh, okay, this nigga. These people, certain people is just more prone to the carnality of things, right. And you could see that when you start talking to them about spiritual matters, because they can't get it. It's like,
hey yo, I'm
what time does the debate start?
Yeah, I'm about to get ready. It's after 5:30. I see Sonetta just open up the link on his channel.
Oh, okay, that's what that notification was. Okay,
you heard it too.
Yeah, it came across the screen.
Yeah, hey, we there, bro. Go on your thing, man. Do what you got to do. We there.
Yeah, create a gang in the building. You already know. So, you know what I mean? Y'all go ahead and close out, and I'm going to go ahead and get on.
I see you do, Devon. I see
you. You know what I mean? We ammoed
up. What are you talking about, man? Stop playing with me. What are we talking about? See, my shit is faded, son. I got that fade on it. Putting that work.
Man, shout out to Julie Ray. She hooked me up with this one because I had my other one was all, the cover was torn off and all that and lost it. Yeah.
I done ran through like 5 Owaspies already, bro. And counting. All right, man. Let me get up out of this so I can get on over here.
Handling your business, son.
Yes, sir. See y'all over there. Y'all make sure to chime in. Whole Creator Gang. Chime in over there. The link was in the chat. Y'all can scroll up and find it. You know what I mean? We out of here. Salute. Salute to the family. Right. Salute.
That's up. All praises, man.
All praises.
Jehovah is as near this day as in the time of the ancients. Put yourself in order, becoming one with him. And no book is so easily read as his created universe. Inspiration comes less by books than by what Jehovah wrote. His worlds read him and his works. Frame your speech and your thoughts for him. He will answer you in your own behavior and in the happiness of your soul. Great wisdom cannot be attained in a day, nor purity and strength to overcome temptation, till the growth is from the foundation. The fool will say, the sacred books are no more than man of his own knowledge could write. Yet he has not wisely imitated the power of the words of your God. Let him do this well, and behold, he will also declare my words are from me. Yes, he will recognize them wherever found. It is the will and constitutionally capable of receiving and comprehending the highest life, and that they shall no longer depend upon any priest, church, oracle, holy book, or upon consulting the spirits,